Alright guys, and we're back with another video. It is nighttime. We were supposed to film this video during the day, but we didn't. So, we're currently baking some cookies. We're going to be watching our show on Hulu that we like to watch. Watching 911. We just finished watching The Good Doctor. So if you guys have Hulu, definitely check out those two shows. It's pretty interesting to watch. Definitely keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
So in this video, I thought we would talk about safety from my perspective and from Sean's. The reason why I want to do this video is because either way, if this didn't happen, it's still a good topic to talk about. But when I think it was after the video yesterday, someone that knows us and that he lives in his car. He used to park where we used to park anyway. So he came up to us, he's asked where we've been. Whenever we're gone for a while, he asks where we've been. He's a very sweet older man. We always offer him any soda or anything like that, and he never takes it. But we always like to offer him just in case, because you never know. So he sleeps at a gas station, because he doesn't, he sleeps in his car, the Nissan Sentra, I think it is, something like that. Just to give you an idea of what kind of car it is. So he can't put a bathroom in it. So he stays at gas stations. Like us, we have a bathroom, so we can legit sleep anywhere. But he needs to stay somewhere close to the bathroom, and I know there's some of our followers don't have a bathroom, so I'm sure you guys stay at gas stations. So he stays at a gas station we used to sleep at, but now they limited it. And he's saying that at night it's getting pretty bad and that he doesn't feel safe there anymore. And he asks where we sleep, and we told him, and he was here yesterday, and we always offer him to sleep, not to sleep with us.
Yeah, hop in our bed.
To park near us, that way to help him feel a little safer. So if you ever have somebody that's on the road with you, it's nice to be able to be next to each other and always at least have someone near you in case of an emergency. But when you're on the road, you have to be careful. Whether you're a single female or a couple, well, if you're a single female, you have to be more careful because you're the only one that's watching. At least if you're with your partner, they're kind of watching too, so you have four set of eyes. Just set of eyes. I don't know. Anyway, so
how many eyes you got?
Well, I'm including yours, so it'll be 4, no?
4 sets? That's 8 eyes.
No. Come on. 2 sets of eyes, right? Okay. Yep. Alright, so with the female, you always have to watch where you're going. It doesn't matter what state you're in, you have to really be careful, especially if they see. I always follow if you're not, you should follow, whether you're in a car, van, bus, go on Facebook and find groups, because a lot of people share their stories, and a lot of stories have been popping up about single women that are in their cars and men coming up to them and either walk up to them or in their car asking questions. So people, do watch what you do. So whenever you're doing something, remember that there's always someone watching. So be careful with what you do, whether it's putting groceries in your car or anything like that. And if you feel unsafe, don't worry about rolling up your window and leaving. Who cares? Don't worry about how they feel, that you don't want to be rude or anything like that. You have to worry about your safety. Now, when it comes to showering, we don't use Planet Fitness anymore.
Although we do have the membership. Yeah,
I have to cancel it. I'm sure it's so if you don't have Planet Fitness, I do recommend that. If you don't have anywhere to shower, we shower at Love's together. You have to be careful whether you're walking in there, taking a shower, and walking back to your car. Or if you have a pop-up shower, which I personally do not like using my pop-up shower by myself. I have the windows, so you can watch your surroundings, but you're very vulnerable in there. So someone could come out from wherever and just grab the whole tent and just take you and drag you.
Imagine you're just in there showering and some guy just, come here.
I mean, it can happen. I think of these things, so I always think of the bad things, but I mean, you have to, because, God forbid something happens. But park, if you're gonna shower somewhere, like in a park where there's people there. I know you want to go into a corner spot and kind of block yourself so no one sees you, but you also have to be careful too, because if someone comes around your car and they grab you, there's no one to see because you're all the way in the back corner under trees or in the dark, whatever it is. So just keep that in mind.
So this video isn't really to scare people out of living on the road, but
you have to be on your toes all the time.
Right, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. That's pretty much what it is. Depending on what state you are in, gives you your legal abilities to protect yourself, whether you're in a constitutional carry state or a pro Second Amendment state. Yeah. Gives you the right to carry and bear arms, so you can consider that. Of course, look into your state's laws and, you know, always follow the law, but
Yeah.
That's definitely recommended. You know, if you can't carry something like that, then look into other stuff. I mean,
I have pepper spray. So ladies, the pepper spray is legit that little. It comes in a keychain. If you want, if you don't have a Planet Fitness and you want to shower outside, a lot of instant tent pop-up shower tents have something for you to hang something on. So hang your thing in there with you, because God forbid if something happens, at least you can, you know, whenever they let you go or you're able to get out, at least you can spray them with something.
Yeah.
I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. There's a mosquito in here. But always put whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. Just try to always have at least something to protect yourself with. Whether it's pepper spray or pew-pew or like a small little hammer, anything. Just really, you have to be careful with where you're at. We also recommend Cracker Barrel for sleeping, but I know that, you know, a lot of people don't have bathrooms, so they have to stay at gas stations. But what we like about Cracker Barrel is that it's so quiet, and that once they close, there's no one's driving around in their parking lot. You know, we usually, like with Walmart, I know a lot of people like staying at Walmart because they're 24 hours. But I don't know, there's just something about Walmart that once 11 p.m. hits, that's when the riffraff comes out, and then there's cars all around the parking lot non-stop. So I personally don't like staying at Walmart. I like the convenience of being able to go get food and come out and just relax in the RV, but I personally don't like staying at Walmarts. So you have to be careful with the way you're sleeping at night.
You could also do like the Find My iPhone app, and you can give like a trusted family member, you know, the login information. That way they can always, either you could tell them where you're going to be every time you move, which is kind of a hassle, but I mean, if that's the way you want to do it, that's fine. Or like I said, the Find My iPhone app, God forbid something does happen, you know, all they have to do is put that in. They can see where you've been and where you're at now.
Yeah. And what's nice about social media is that you can always upload what you're doing, where you're at. But you also have to be careful too with what you upload, because if you're someone that's on YouTube like us, we don't post exactly where we're at, our location or anything like that, because it's not safe to do so. So just keep, you know, that too is...
Yeah, nobody ever has our immediate location unless it's for like a meetup or something like that.
Yeah.
So all these videos that you guys are seeing whenever we're somewhere, I mean, that was days ago and we are no longer in that area. So if you guys do decide to upload on social media or Facebook or Instagram or whatever the case is, you know, just keep that in mind, because you don't need any surprise guests.
Yeah, you don't need anybody knocking on your door saying, oh, are you blah, blah, blah? Oh, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, we don't mind that.
No.
But as far as, you know, and odds are most of the time, if it's somebody from YouTube, they're not going to hurt you, although there are haters out there.
But you also have to have your guard up, too, because you don't know how that person is, or what their mental well-being is.
Yeah. And you don't know if they like your channel or if they hate your channel.
Yeah.
So.
And you don't need, God forbid, like, if you both have a falling out and you still decide to sleep in that area, you don't need them coming back while you're sleeping and doing something to your vehicle. I'm not trying to scare you guys. It's my last thing that I want to do, but I'm trying to bring awareness to that you really have to pay attention to what you're doing. I know a lot of women too that sleep in their cars, they roll their windows down, they have their hatch back open. I understand it's hot, it's uncomfortable, but you're opening the door for someone to try to do something.
Yeah, I could never do that. You know, I've seen people where they sleep with their van doors wide open or whatever. That is too intrusive for me. I could never.
I understand. You know, the heat sucks. I'm blessed to be able to have the generator, but you have to really be careful, because I know you're trying to stay cool at night, but I just can't.
Yeah, get a fan, crack the window. Do something. Don't
crack it too much though, that if you're sleeping in the back, that somebody can reach their arm into your window and unlock the door.
Also, another good tip is, which I've been actually thinking about doing, is I eventually want to get, I've been looking into it quite a bit. I want to get another like data plan for like a hotspot, so that I could upload videos a little easier, because right now I'm using my phone's hotspot, and once it runs out of high speed 4G, it takes a little while to upload. So I'm looking to get like an unlimited hotspot, but along with that, I want to get like a Ring doorbell camera or something and mount it up in the bus, and maybe one or two like in the front or the back of the bus, just to keep an eye on my surroundings and stuff like that, especially if we're not near the bus, you know. But if you're not near the bus, at least you can kind of
keep an eye on it. Especially if you have pets and you have to, whether you're at a campground or if you have to run into the bathroom or go into Walmart, at least with the camera, you can keep an eye on what's going on around.
And I've seen people where they'll put like a thermometer to like the left or the right side of the camera so they can actually see what the temperature is inside. Although there are electronic devices that will tell you the you know, ambient temperature and the inside temperature of your vehicle or your house or whatever, and you can read that right on your phone digitally, which is pretty cool. It just depends on how much money you have or want to spend, you know. Another thing that I read online, I thought it was kind of clever, but at the same time it does have flaws, is people would say like, if your phone is dying, or it's about to die, or you don't have signal.
I heard that's not true.
Right, well, part of it is not true. So if your phone is dying, or you don't have signal, well, if you don't have signal, this isn't going to work, because you need a signal. So people are saying to record a message on your voicemail stating where you are, and if you're going to head out to find help, put where, you know, what city, what direction you're heading in, and the time. Right, or if you broke down, whatever the situation is that you're in. And then somebody will automatically hear you. But if you don't have service, you can't call your voicemail and you can't record a message, and it's not going to upload to the whatever cell phone provider service you know, that you have, so it's not going to save. So they're just going to get the old voicemail that you have.
Also, another thing too that I want to add in here is your pet. If you have a pet, which most of us do, is you also have to not worry about yourself, but you also have to worry about your pet. We like to put Cody on a lead, but try to make the lead a little tighter. That way, God forbid, if anything happens, you can grab your pet and hurry up and jump into your vehicle, because Cody has a long lead and he's nasty. So if somebody's walking by, just to walk by, nothing bad, you don't need your pet going after them. But also too, what's nice about having a pet is that, you know, they can hear stuff that we can't. So they can kind of give you like a warning that, you know, something isn't right. It's also nice at night too, if they bark, that something isn't right. When you go out, you also got to keep in mind your pet. Don't put your window down too far that somebody could come and grab your pet, but you got to make sure you leave enough air for them as well. When you're going into the store or anything like that, you know, make sure they have food and water. You don't know how long you're going to be in there. You don't know if the temperature is going to change while you're in there, so just make sure they stay hydrated. Do try to bring Cody in with wherever we go. That way we don't have to take the generator out. It's starting to get a little cool out, but not cool enough to just let the windows down and let him hang out while you run into a store. But there are pet-friendly places. We do have the stroller for him, so we could just roll him on in, and you know, he likes it. So if you have a pet and you're interested in getting something for them, they do have pet strollers, pet backpacks, pet carriers in the front. They have a whole bunch of different stuff on Amazon that you can check out. But what's nice about the stroller is he's nasty, so we can confine him in there, nobody can touch him. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.